Because every time you say Mike Tyson, you whoop your own ass.
It just creates a psychological problem.
I don't want to live in a fucking world where Jake Paul knocked out Mike Tyson, where this little bitch managed to knock out one of the greatest fighters of all time. I'm not living in that world.
If I was Jake Paul right now, I would be shitting my pants.
Oh, bro.
Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul's dead. There's a dark chamber in his mind that he can open up. The question is, can his body move along with it?
Let's do it, Jakey.
Tyson, no doubt one of the best athletes who ever went into the ring. A great puncher. Great upper body movement.
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans and curious onlookers alike, get ready for a showdown that promises to be nuts.
God, wouldn't that be cool?
A good large percentage would want to see you knock his block off.
I would not get into the ring with him unless he had no pulse, rigor mortis had set in. I would not mess with Mike Tyson. I don't care that he's 57. Do not mess with Mike Tyson.
Culturally, you versus Jake Paul, like this young YouTuber takes on one of the greatest heavyweight champions that's ever lived.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a lovely guy. His brother's great too. Logan's a really nice guy.
Please?
That fight would be gigantic.
I think we can make more than $245 million, brother.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky.
And you're apprehensive. And once you're apprehensive, it's over with.
Please promise me you're going to kick this guy's ass and shut him up, please.
Boy, he's gonna regret that. All the old guys are like pulling for him, like, come on, Mike, come on. One more, you got one more in you.
Hey, I'll do just that for you.
Nothing short of electrifying. In one corner, we have the legendary Mike Tyson, a name synonymous with power, ferocity, and an indomitable spirit.
Take one lights-out power-punching legend who transcended the sport.
In the other corner, the controversial and daring YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul,
A contentious influencer designed to cause problems.
Jake Paul, the problem child,
who has stirred the pot and brought a fresh wave of excitement to the sport. I already gave him his warning, fight like your life depends on it, because it does. Well, yeah, look, he's the bull, I'm the matador, and it's that simple. Speed and timing beat power, said Jake Paul, setting the stage for his match against Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, never one to mince words, revealed he plans to finish Jake Paul in their upcoming fight. I don't have a warning for Mike. He knows I'm not scared of him or his antics. If I was concerned, I wouldn't be here talking. Meanwhile, Saul Canelo Alvarez, respecting Tyson's rationale despite his age, emphasized caution. Boxing is serious. It's risky for Mike because he's nearly 60, but it's a business, and they're going to box in front of 80,000 people.
People don't think Jake Paul's really good. Those people are all people that can't get by the fact that he's a YouTube guy.
After relentless appeals from the YouTuber, Tyson and Jake Paul are set to square off in a much anticipated showdown. Netflix will make history by airing its first boxing event, ensuring fans worldwide can witness the spectacle. Mike wanted this to be a professional fight. He wants a war, and I respect him for stepping up, Paul stated. However, this bout comes with a twist in the rules, drawing criticism from renowned fighters like Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora, and Conor McGregor. McGregor told SiriusXM it sets a bad precedent. Young athletes should aspire to world titles, not YouTube fights. It's profitable but hollow. Jake Paul has bulked up to 230 lbs to face Tyson, marking a significant departure from his usual cruiserweight division. I've been sparring heavyweights and eating more. Mike Tyson called me fat, but I believe fat will turn into muscle. Come fight night, I'll be able to move and dance around the ring like a true heavyweight.
When you get challenged by someone who's a guy like a Jake Paul, does that piss you off? It's brave, it's bold of him, but it's kind of insulting.
Is he stepping into a lion's den, or is this the dawn of a new gladiatorial era?
It's a circus, you know, all round.
Jake Paul circus.
It's a circus. This man is a con man. He's a fake.
It's a circus.
Bit of a circus, I think.
He's a clown.
Witness Mike Tyson, a figure synonymous with destruction and fear inside the ring, now 58, training with the ferocity of a man who knows nothing but combat. Every jab, every hook he unleashes seems to defy the very essence of aging.
Tyson's explosiveness remains. But can he rediscover the stamina to contend at a pace?
This isn't merely a sports comeback. It's the reawakening of a force of nature that once ruled the heavyweight landscape with an iron fist.
It's risky for Mike Tyson.
And it will make Jake Paul the most hated man in boxing. Make no mistake about it, that is the plan.
Enter Jake Paul. From viral videos to controversial knockouts, Jake has carved a niche that straddles entertainment and athleticism.
Jake Paul's a bully, don't forget.
Is anyone tired of the circus act yet?
His bouts, often against opponents far removed from their prime or from entirely different fighting disciplines, all have nonetheless catapulted him into the limelight. But make no mistake, facing Tyson is not just another step up, it's a leap into a chasm of uncertainty and danger. Since his defeat to Kevin McBride and subsequent retirement in 2005, Tyson hasn't stepped into a competitive ring. Despite health issues, he retains traces of his innate dynamism. Paul remains resolute, refusing to show leniency. Absolutely not, because if he gets the chance, he'll finish me in embarrassing fashion. Joe Joyce acknowledged the entertainment value of Jake Paul's venture into boxing, noting its ability to draw a broader audience. It really gets people talking. Hardcore boxing fans will watch regardless, but this brings more eyes to the sport. Despite their friendship, Tyson underscored the gravity of the ring. Once the bell rings, Paul must fight as if his life depends on it, because it will.
And Mike Tyson's that different thing.
Right.
Like, he could fuck him up. He's still that guy. If you watch him hit mitts.
Now let's pivot to a voice synonymous with combat sports analysis, Joe Rogan. Known for his deep dives into the intricacies of fighting, Rogan has often highlighted Tyson's legendary status and the sheer intimidation he brought to the ring.
But if that Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul's dead. He's dead. He's not going to make it. So you have to say,
hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the fuck out.
And Mike Tyson's not going to lose his reputation against some dude off the internet.
Now, if you go out there and beat him, people are going to hate it's a career suicide.
A 57-year-old today is on testosterone replacement
That's
therapy.
the other thing I was going to ask, yeah.
It's not 57 in the Jack Johnson days. We're talking about 57 in the days of biological engineering.
What's going to rip it harder? I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me.
Jake Paul.
No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander.
Jake Paul. I like that shit. Yeah.
He didn't never knocked out a real man. Come on.
The ultimate, taking on the baddest man on the planet.
You're fat, Jake. I saw him with his shirt off over there. He's fat. Did you start training already?
Jesus, so embarrassing. You know, I think in Mike Tyson's contract, there's a clause that says that he can't knock Jake Paul out. And I think the fact that they had to put that in the contract, I think that says a lot. You know what I mean? Because I bet in Jake Paul's contract...
Mike now weighs 230 pounds, and he's got these muscles in his forearms. So he's sitting there, and he's a different human. He's so intense that I was like, if this table was closer to him, I would be nervous. Like, I wouldn't be able to do my best job as a podcaster. That's the reason why this table is this width.
Joe Rogan has marveled at Tyson's training regimes, often pointing out how Tyson, even past his prime, maintains a regimen that could only be described as brutally intense.
Mike Tyson, people would talk to. There's certain people that are just crazy, man.
Well, these people that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, they're like, this shouldn't even, like, because he's too old. I was like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. He is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows. And he's also doing this very unique kind of training with electrical muscular stimulation that I've talked to some people that do that. And it has massive benefits of rehabilitating injuries.
Rogan noted watching Mike Tyson hit pads at 58 is terrifying. The speed, the power, it's like he's carved out of granite. The guy is a freak athlete. His explosiveness, it's still there, and it's scary.
People that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, they're like because he's too old. It's like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Rogan often discusses the psychological aspect of fighting, especially how veteran fighters like Tyson carry an aura, an almost tangible presence that affects opponents before they even step into the ring. Tyson isn't just fighting with his fists, he's fighting with his reputation. When you step into a ring with Mike Tyson, you're not just fighting the man, you're fighting every bit of the myth surrounding him, Rogan has said.
Mike Tyson was the baddest man on this planet.
Absolutely. The most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
And he's still got that inside him. Whatever you want to call it, psycho rage or whatever it is.
Reflecting on Tyson's comeback, Rogan expressed both excitement and a hint of concern. It's incredible to see Mike back in shape, throwing punches with intent to demolish. But this comeback, it's about more than just nostalgia. It's about a man who's channeling his warrior spirit, once again, ape in a way that only Tyson can.
Tyson's a beautiful trainer.
Rogan's enthusiasm for Tyson's training highlights not just the physical capabilities of Iron Mike, but also the emotional and psychological boost his presence gives to the sport. Every time Mike steps into a gym, let alone a ring, it electrifies the air. There's a voltage in his presence that reminds us why we love this sport so much, commented Rogan, capturing the collective sentiment of fight fans around the world. With Rogan's insights framing this clash, viewers can appreciate not just the spectacle of Tyson vs. Paul, but also the deeper narrative of legacy, resilience, and the timeless allure of combat sports.
It doesn't matter what prime of your life you're in. When you're competing with a guy that when you were a little boy, you had his picture on your wall and wanted to be like him.
It's just say you're preparing for a fight. Do not say his name to yourself.
Tyson's training at 58 isn't just a demonstration of physical fitness. It's a testament to a life dedicated to the art of boxing, an art that he and he alone seems to redefine with each passing year.
Every time you say the name, you just become a kid again.
They just find new ways to inspire US. Let's talk technique and terror, the hallmarks of Tyson's reign. Known for his peekaboo style, cultivated under the stern eye of Custos D'Amato, Tyson's ability to bob weave and unleash hell with explosive uppercuts and hooks is legendary. His approach isn't just about physical dominance, it's psychological warfare, breaking his opponents before the first punch lands. Rewind to battles against giants like Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, and Trevor Berbick, where Tyson not only won but dismantled these titans, often in the first round. These were not mere victories, they were statements. Yet Tyson's career also faced tumultuous lows, battles against Buster Douglas, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis, where the indomitable spirit was tested, sometimes faltering under pressure and personal turmoil. Jake Paul, on the other hand, represents a new era where social media clout can translate into a boxing career. His path has been strategic, picking fights that maximize attention and revenue, often leaving purists questioning the integrity of these matchups. Yet, there's no denying the physicality and commitment he brings to each fight, training like a true athlete, eager to prove his detractors wrong. For Tyson, this fight is less about reclaiming former glory, it's about reasserting his presence, proving that the embers of a once blazing inferno can still ignite a firestorm. For Paul, it's the ultimate gamble. A victory would not just silence critics, but elevate him to a status few could have envisioned. Yet the risk of a devastating defeat looms large, a stark reminder that the boxing gods are merciless arbiters. Imagine the scene, the bell rings, and history collides with the present. Tyson, the embodiment of boxing's brutal ballet, against Paul, the epitome of modern celebrity warfare. It's a clash of epochs, a confrontation where every punch will be scrutinized, every movement analyzed. Will Tyson's age-old power and speed dismantle the youthful vigor of Paul? Or will Paul's resilience and adaptive fighting style craft a narrative of shocking upset?
And,
looked pretty serious.
Yeah, he's like, day 2, still one of me?
Yeah.
He's like,
I mean, I'm 100% rooting for Mike Tyson.
Oh, of course.
Obviously.
Of course, everybody should be.
However, as time has passed, Paul has begun to silence his critics. With each fight, he has shown improvement and a dedication to the sport that is hard to deny.
When people don't think Jake Paul's really good, those people are all people that can't get by the fact that he's a YouTube guy.
His knockout victories over former MMA fighters like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley have raised eyebrows and forced the boxing world to take notice. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has proven that he is more than just a YouTuber with gloves on.
Like, I had this argument with Dave Portnoy where he was trying to tell me he sucks, and Tommy Fury sucks. I'm like, he does not suck. Don't say he sucks. You don't know what you're talking about.
You might not like him, but you should separate that.
You can't say, specifically Tommy Fury. He's like, he fights bums. He's fighting this Tommy Fury guy. I go, you're incorrect. As a person who understands combat sports, this guy's very skilled. He's very skilled. He's a very elite boxer. Like, I'm watching the combinations he throws, his movement, the way he steps and sets up shots, the way he's countering. He's a very high-level boxer. He's a real professional caliber boxer. And Jake Paul, that was his first loss. But it was a close loss. Jake Paul's a really good boxer, and he knocks a lot of people unconscious. And if he wasn't Jake Paul, the YouTube guy, just this wild kid coming up in the middleweight ranks or the light heavyweight ranks or whatever, cruiserweight, I guess he's in.
On the other side of the ring stands a legend, a man whose name is synonymous with boxing greatness, Mike Tyson. At 57 years old, Tyson is far removed from his prime, but his aura still looms large over the sport. Tyson's journey to this fight has been one of redemption and rediscovery. After years of turmoil and personal struggles, Tyson has found solace and purpose in the ring once again. Tyson's return to boxing has been nothing short of remarkable. His exhibition bouts against Roy Jones Jr. and Evander Holyfield have shown that Tyson still possesses the power and skill that made him a legend. While his age may have slowed him down, Tyson's ferocity and tenacity remain as strong as ever.
And everyone will see July 20th. I will prove them wrong once again.
I think you're suicidal. That's what I think.
Carnage.
I love the biggest challenges in the world. That's what's made my whole entire career, is taking big risks.
Taking place in the first place at all because of your differences, particularly your age.
Well, I don't see too many people critical about it. Look at this. Ha 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 ha.
Carnage.
I said, listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
Hey everyone, brace yourselves because today we're diving into a story that's been dominating headlines, stirring up controversy, and frankly, leaving us with more questions than answers. Yes, it's the Tyson vs. Paul saga where hype meets history, bravado meets experience, and ultimately, the talk meets reality, or does it? Let's unpack the whirlwind that led to the cancellation of one of the most hyped fights in recent history. Mike Tyson, an iconic titan of the ring renowned for his devastating knockouts and a presence that spells pure intimidation, vows to unleash carnage at 57, his words, not mine. He's set to face Jake Paul, the internet sensation who's turned viral fame into a polarizing boxing career. Tyson, the embodiment of raw power and relentless ferocity, is prepared to test a modern celebrity fighter whose credentials and career have sparked widespread debates across the sporting world. Then there's Jake Paul, charismatic, confident, and a master of media manipulation. He's been in the ring with athletes, but never a beast of Tyson's caliber. Leading up to the fight, he was all in, pushing the narrative, feeding the hype machine, until suddenly he wasn't. And then boom, Jake pulls out, citing personal reasons. The timing, just as the fight loomed close, set off a firestorm. Critics cried fear, while some fans speculated deeper issues at play. But let's not gloss over the voices that warned him.
I can't do what you do, mate, it's great. But in no way, shape or form can you claim to carry my sport. You absolute muppet.
Tony Bellew swiftly condemned Jake Paul's assertion of legitimacy in boxing, stressing that without battling genuine boxers,
hasn't even fought a boxer yet. So how can you claim to be carrying my sport when you haven't fought someone who comes from my sport? It's unbelievable.
One cannot claim to uphold the sport's heritage. Bellew's stern critique reflects a widespread concern that celebrity boxing undermines the true essence and integrity of the sport.
I wanted to murder Jake Paul, but it's bullshit, man. It's I mean, how old is Mike Tyson? 60?
57.
57. Jake Paul,
27.
You are a disgrace of a man.
Sean Strickland didn't just join the chorus of disapproval, he cranked up the volume to 11.
You are the epitome of weakness. You are the scum of the earth. The fact that you even...
He labeled Jake Paul not just as a disgrace, but as a dark stain on the very fabric of traditional combat sports.
You are the epitome of weakness. You are the scum of the earth.
Strickland's biting words echo the deep-seated frustrations within the fighting community, like someone bringing a water gun to a sword fight and calling it a duel.
The fact that you even have a platform or anything of that nature is a slight on society. You truly make me disgusted. And if I ever encounter you in real life, I hope that I just don't lose my and go to prison.
His unapologetically blunt critique serves as a stark reminder that, in the eyes of many purists, celebrity matches are more sideshow spectacle than honorable combat.
Tough. If Jake Paul can survive 3 rounds with the extra weight he's put on, he may have a chance, but he's going to survive the first 3 rounds.
Roy Jones also weighed in, focusing on the tactical missteps of Jake Paul's approach. He pointed out that Jake's added bulk might just slow him down rather than bolster his punch against a juggernaut like Tyson. Jones emphasized that while extra weight might sound advantageous on paper, in the ring it translates to decreased stamina and endurance critical flaws when you're up against a seasoned veteran whose blows are like freight trains. It seems Jake might have misunderstood heavyweight as just a suggestion on the scale, not a strategic challenge against someone of Tyson's caliber.
If Tyson's taking a dive, if Tyson hits him, it's over. Hey, by the way, last thing to go is power.
Even Chuck Liddell chimed in, reminding everyone of Tyson's legendary power, a factor that could end the fight with a single punch, reflecting on the psychological edge that Tyson's reputation alone brings to the ring.
If Mike take it serious and want to do some harm to Jake Paul, I don't think Jake Paul can stop him.
Antonio Tarver gave a chilling analysis, hinting that if Mike Tyson had truly decided to unleash his full fury, Jake Paul wouldn't stand a chance. Tarver's ominous words highlight the sheer danger of the matchup, painting a grim picture of what awaited Jake in the ring, a scenario potentially more akin to a survival horror game than a sporting contest. For many fans, seeing Tyson back in the ring is like watching a living legend rewrite the final chapters of his storied career. As the fight between Tyson and Paul draws nearer, the anticipation continues to build. Both fighters have their own reasons for wanting to win. For Paul, a victory over Tyson would solidify his place in the boxing world and silence his doubters once and for all.
You would go, holy shit, look at this guy. This guy's fun. He's wild. He wears all this flashy jewelry. He's got crazy tattoos everywhere, and he knocks people unconscious. And he's knocked a bunch of former MMA champions unconscious. Wow. Knocked Ben Askren unconscious, which is, Ben Askren was not really a striker. But the point is, like, Nate Simmons, that basketball player, did you see that fight?
No.
Oh, my God, dude. This is when I was telling people, I'm like, hey, man, he can fight. Like, really fight. I know Nate is a basketball player, and he's, like, really athletic and probably out of his element in a boxing match, but he took it because he really believes in himself. But Jake Paul is actually a better boxer. But watch what he does, the way he does it, the way he lands these shots. These are real punches, that, like, elite caliber of technique. Like, he's got the thing. He's got, first of all, he's got one-punch knockout power, which is odd. It's an odd thing to have. Not everybody gets it.
For Tyson, a win would be a fitting end to a career that has been defined by triumph and tragedy. But beyond the individual narratives, this fight represents something greater. It is a clash of generations, a meeting of two eras of boxing. It is a testament to the enduring appeal of the sport and the ability of its athletes to captivate and inspire. Whether you're rooting for Jake Paul or Mike Tyson, one thing is certain: when these two fighters step into the ring, the world will be watching.
Mike Tyson's a one-punch killer. Deontay Wilder's the greatest one-puncher of all time.
Do you think Tyson is such a genetic freak that his 57 may not have declined from his prime as much as a normal person?
Yes, and science. So here's the difference. A 57-year-old today is on testosterone replacement
That's
therapy.
the other thing I was going to ask, yeah.
It's not 57 in the Jack Johnson days. We're talking about 57 in the days of biological engineering.
Adding to this narrative, Joe Rogan, a prominent voice in the combat sports community, has shared his thoughts on the matchup. Rogan acknowledges the skepticism surrounding Jake Paul's boxing skills, particularly among those who dismiss him as just a YouTube personality. However, Rogan argues that Paul has shown real skill and potential in the ring, pointing to his technique, movement, and counter-punching ability as evidence of his boxing acumen. Rogan also highlights Tyson's continued relevance and prowess despite his age. He discusses the advancements in sports science and hormonal treatments that have allowed athletes like Tyson to maintain a level of fitness and performance that would have been unheard of in previous eras.
You're able to do all kinds of stuff with his human growth hormone levels, with the use of peptides, with the use of testosterone. The difference between a young man and an old man, there's a bunch of them, right? But a lot of it is hormonal. A lot of it is like how much you've been using the body. There's older people that are in incredible shape that don't do anything like as far as hormone replacement. They have just never stayed off the grind, and they're diligent with their nutrition and their supplementation, and they sleep well, and they drink a lot of water, and they're in incredible shape, like deep into their 50s. Those are rare. Those are the outliers, right?
Rogan believes that Tyson's genetic gifts and dedication to training make him a formidable opponent even at his age. In a recent discussion, Joe Rogan shared his perspective on a hypothetical scenario where Mike Tyson emerges victorious in his upcoming fight against Jake Paul. Rogan painted a vivid picture of Tyson's fighting style and the potential outcome of the bout. Rogan began by acknowledging Tyson's reputation as a one-punch killer, highlighting his rare ability to end fights with a single devastating blow. He compared Tyson's power to that of Deontay Wilder, known for his unparalleled one-punch knockout ability. Rogan emphasized that Tyson's genetic gifts and unique fighting style set him apart from other fighters, even in his 50s.
A 57-year-old today that's on hormone replacement, and you're eating well and taking a lot of vitamins and creatine, and you're using all these strategies like red light therapy and saunas and cold plunge. That's a different thing, man. And Mike Tyson's that different thing.
Right.
Like, he could fuck him up. It could be one of those fights where Mike Tyson gets him in a corner and connects with a punch, and Jake Paul just goes limp.
Mike Tyson, what he does is two-dimensional. He's going to come at you, trying to knock you out.
He's still that guy. If you watch him hit mitts, the thing is, can he close the gap? Can he move?
As a quickness point.
He has problems with his back. He's had sciatic problems to the point where a year or so ago he was walking with a cane.
Now, you got to try and stay away from him.
You know, but when I look at him hit the pads, and he's hitting pads with this guy, Rafael Cordeiro, who's a legendary MMA trainer. He comes from Shoot the Box in Brazil. Curitiba, Brazil created like one of the wildest, most aggressive mixed martial arts fighters ever. Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva, Murilo Shogun, all these guys who came out of there were monsters. And Rafael Cordeiro is from that camp. He was an elite Thai boxer, and then he became an elite MMA trainer. And so he's the guy working with Mike Tyson. And so he's holding mitts with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson is smashing those mitts.
That's what I saw in that
So this
video,
is like right now, 57-year-old. See if you can find some of that. Not the older stuff, but the newer stuff. It's because it's on his Instagram. And, you know,
looked pretty serious.
Yeah, he's like, day 2, still want to with me?
Yeah.
He's like,
I mean, I'm 100% rooting for Mike Tyson.
Oh, of course.
Obviously.
Of course. Everybody should be. And, you know, Jake Paul is he's probably a little scared. You know, as much as he thinks he's the younger guy and he's a tough guy and he's a really good boxer and he'd probably be able to do. Look at this.
Yeah.
Give me some volume.
Terrifying.
Murder Jake Paul, but it's bullshit, man. It's I mean, how old is Mike Tyson? 60?
57.
57. Jake Paul,
27.
You are a disgrace of a man.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Jake Paul. I like yeah. Hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
But if that Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul's dead. He's dead. He's not going to make it. So you have to say,
hey, I hope y'all keep that same energy when I knock this old man the fuck out.
You know, he's going to do what he's going to do, but at least I know. I talked to his wife a couple days ago, and he's taking this serious, and he's training for it, and, you know, so we'll see.
Weighing in at over 230 lbs for his heavyweight debut, Paul praised Tyson's commitment. Mike wanted this to be a pro fight. He craves the intensity of a true battle. If he can beat me, he's a hero. Tyson, facing criticism about his age, displayed fierce determination. Critics envy our position. We're friends, but in the ring, we're not. Tyson has been embracing solemn tunes during his demanding gym sessions, aiming to demonstrate his enduring capability. Paul, exuding confidence, declared his readiness to face whatever Tyson brings. I'm a natural-born heavyweight. I'm going to show Mike who has more power. Despite the looming battle, Paul stressed genuine courage means confronting fear directly. I'm scared, but it's about going into it even though I am scared. That's true bravery.
Jake Paul. I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me.
John Fury voiced his perplexity over Tyson's choice to fight Paul. I'm the same age, and I'm shocked Mike didn't want to fight me. Fury emphasized the significance of fair compensation, recognizing boxing's inherent dangers. Ricky Hatton criticized the fight, acknowledging the entertainment value but lamenting the trend of YouTube stars in professional boxing. Great champions of old will be turning in their graves. Ryan Garcia recognized Jake's potential but questioned his odds against Tyson. It's a money fight, but Mike won't play around. He will take it seriously. Tony Bellew expressed concerns, hoping the bout would be more of a circus to protect Tyson from injury. It's frightening that Mike Tyson is going back into a boxing ring against someone 30 years younger. Tyron Woodley, adamant about Tyson's ability, emphasized that experience counts more than age. If Jake Paul beats Mike, you have to put at least an ounce of respect on his name. As the world awaits this spectacle, opinions remain divided. Will Tyson's legendary prowess overcome Paul's youthful vigor? The answer will soon unfold in the ring. Joe Rogan, the popular podcaster and UFC commentator, has weighed in on Mike Tyson's training and preparation for the fight. Known for his deep insights into martial arts and combat sports, Rogan has praised Tyson's dedication and work ethic.
He's still that guy. If you watch him hit mitts, the thing is, can he close the gap? Can he move?
As a quickness point.
He has problems with his back. He's had sciatic problems to the point where a year or so ago he was walking with a cane.
Mike Tyson is a monster, Rogan stated on his podcast. Even at his age, the way he moves, the power he generates, it's unbelievable. I've seen videos of his training, and it's like he's turning back the clock. The speed, the ferocity, it's all still there.
Because every time you say Mike Tyson, you whoop your own ass.
It just creates a psychological problem.
If I was Jake Paul right now, I would be shitting my pants.
Oh, bro.
Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul's dead. There's a dark chamber in his mind that he can open up. The question is, can his body move along with it?
Let's do it, Jakey. God, wouldn't that be cool?
A good large percentage would want to see you knock his block off.
I would not get into the ring with him unless he had no pulse, rigor mortis had set in. I would not mess with Mike Tyson. I don't care that he's 57. Do not mess with Mike Tyson.
Culturally, you versus Jake Paul, like this young YouTuber takes on one of the greatest heavyweight champions that's ever lived. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's a lovely guy. His brother's great too. Logan's a really nice guy. Please? That fight would be gigantic.
Rogan highlighted Tyson's unique combination of physical attributes and mental toughness. Mike Tyson's anatomy is built for fighting. His neck, his shoulders, his arms, everything about him is designed to generate power and absorb impact.
And so he's holding mitts with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson is smashing those mitts.
That's what I saw in that.
So this
video,
is like right now,
Yeah.
57-year-old. See if you can find some of that. Not the older stuff, but the newer stuff. It's because it's on his Instagram, and
looked pretty serious.
Yeah, he's like, day 2, still want to f with me.
But it's not just his physicality. His mindset is something else. The guy's a warrior, and he's been through so much in life that he's developed an unbreakable spirit.
He's not gonna lose his reputation against some dude off the internet.
Now, if you go out there and beat him, people are gonna hate it's a career suicide.
Mike Tyson's physique has always been a topic of fascination. Standing at 5'8" and typically weighing around 220 lbs during his prime, Tyson is shorter than many of his heavyweight contemporaries. However, his compact frame, coupled with an incredibly muscular build, allowed him to generate explosive power. Tyson's neck, often cited as one of the strongest in boxing history, provided him with exceptional punch resistance. His broad shoulders and powerful arms gave him the ability to deliver devastating punches from close range. Tyson's legs, particularly his calves, were also exceptionally strong, providing a solid base for his powerful punches and allowing for quick, explosive movements. But it wasn't just his physical attributes that made Tyson a formidable opponent. His mindset was equally crucial.
And Mike Tyson's that different thing.
Right.
It could be one of those fights where Mike Tyson gets him in a corner and connects with a punch, and Jake Paul just goes limp.
Known for his aggressive style, Tyson would often intimidate opponents before they even stepped into the ring. His famous quote, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth," encapsulates his approach to boxing relentless aggression and overwhelming power. Tyson's mindset has been shaped by his tumultuous life experiences. From a difficult childhood to becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history, Tyson's journey has been marked by extreme highs and lows.
Cuss took us to the gym and pointed to a young boy who was hitting the heavy bag very ferociously and said, "That's Mike Tyson." And we said, "Yes, we heard that he was here."
This has instilled in him a resilience and determination that few can match. Mike Tyson's mindset is one of the most dangerous weapons in his arsenal, said Joe Rogan. He's been through so much and he's come out stronger. He knows how to channel his anger and aggression into his fighting. That's why he's still a threat, even at 57. Tyson's power is legendary. Known for his devastating knockouts, Tyson's punching power is often described as some of the most formidable in boxing history. His ability to generate immense force from short distances made him a nightmare for opponents. One of Tyson's signature moves was his right uppercut. Delivered with incredible speed and power, it was responsible for many of his knockouts. Tyson's left hook was equally deadly, often catching opponents off guard and ending fights in an instant. Mike Tyson can end a fight with a single punch, said Joe Rogan. That's what makes him so dangerous. You can be winning the fight, but if he lands one of those punches, it's over. His power is unreal. Even as he prepares for his fight against Jake Paul, Tyson's training regimen remains as intense as ever. Known for his rigorous training sessions, Tyson has been putting in the work to ensure he's in peak condition. Mike's training is on another level, said Rogan. He's doing everything: strength training, cardio, sparring. He's training like he's in his prime. It's incredible to see. Tyson's training includes a mix of old school techniques and modern methods. He combines traditional boxing training with strength and conditioning exercises, ensuring he's prepared for all aspects of the fight. Jake Paul, despite being a controversial figure, has proven himself to be a serious contender in the boxing world. With a record of notable victories, Paul has demonstrated his skills and determination. However, facing a legend like Mike Tyson is a different challenge altogether. Paul has undergone significant physical transformation to prepare for this fight. Bulking up to 230 lbs, he aims to match Tyson's power and endurance. I've been sparring heavyweights and eating more. Mike Tyson called me fat, but I believe fat will turn into muscle. Come fight night, I'll be able to move and dance around the ring like a true heavyweight, Paul stated. Despite the criticism and doubts, Paul remains confident. Absolutely not, because if he gets the chance, he'll finish me in embarrassing fashion. So I have to reciprocate that same energy. But Mike Tyson is a killer.
Working out the other day. He's 57 years
Boxing
young. He still
experts
got
and
it. He still
former
got it
champions
in
have
his
weighed
eyes.
on
He
the
still got it in the
upcoming
body.
fight, offering a range of opinions and predictions. Joe Joyce acknowledged the entertainment value of Jake Paul's venture into boxing, noting its ability to draw a broader audience. It really gets people talking. Hardcore boxing fans will watch regardless, but this brings more eyes to the sport. John Fury voiced his perplexity over Tyson's choice to fight Paul. I'm the same age and I'm shocked Mike didn't want to fight me. Fury emphasized the significance of fair compensation, recognizing boxing's inherent dangers. Ricky Hatton criticized the fight, acknowledging the entertainment value but lamenting the trend of YouTube stars in professional boxing. Great champions of old will be turning in their graves. Ryan Garcia recognized Jake's potential but questioned his odds against Tyson. It's a money fight, but Mike won't play around. He will take it seriously. Tony Bellew expressed concerns, hoping the bout would be more of a circus to protect Tyson from injury. It's frightening that Mike Tyson is going back into a boxing ring against someone 30 years younger. Tyron Woodley, adamant about Tyson's ability, emphasized that experience counts more than age. If Jake Paul beats Mike, you have to put at least an ounce of respect on his name. As the world awaits this spectacle, opinions remain divided. Will Tyson's legendary prowess overcome Paul's youthful vigor? The answer will soon unfold in the ring. This fight is not just about power and technique, it's about legacy, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. Tyson's enduring legacy, built on years of dominance and unforgettable performances, stands as a testament to his greatness. Paul's journey, marked by controversy and unexpected victories, represents the new era of boxing, where entertainment and sport intersect. In the end, this fight is more than just a bout between two fighters. It's a clash of generations, a battle between tradition and modernity, and a test of true warrior spirit. Stay tuned. Bye. For more thrilling updates, exclusive interviews, and in-depth analyses on this historic bout and other exciting content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Join our community and stay connected as we bring you the best of the boxing world. Don't miss out, be a part of the conversation, and witness history in the making.